Hello guys, so this is my 8th video of data science course and actually fifth part in Python for data science. And in this video I will be covering pandas actually. Pandas, so let me give you a short brief introduction about pandas. And it is actually um, basically a library for Python, and in computer panda is a software library written for the Python programming language for data manipulation and analysis. So as the name suggests, data manipulation and data analysis, it helps in it is a really main library for actually for data science people or data analysis people. So it offers data structures and operation for manipulating numerical tables and time series. It offers like data structures and operations for manipulating numerical tables. Now you can get to know what basically it does. So without wasting any time, I think I should start with this pandas tutorial. And also, I have already made an environment to run this Jupyter file. And if you want to know how you can make a environment, you can see my previous videos. Or actually, I have also made a playlist of uh, 500 projects. In that playlist, the first project where I have shown about how to make environments. So now let's start with our pandas tutorial. So first we need to import pandas as pd, and before that we need to also do pip install pandas in our environment, like pip install pandas. You just need to press and it will be run automatically. It depends on your network connection, how your if your network connection is fast or slow. uh, so it is going simultaneously. I should start. So now you need to write import pandas as pd. Pd is just to make it to give it pandas an abbreviation. So now press shift and enter. Now you can see it has run because it has shown us two. So next part, these are actually all are the libraries as well. So I will be doing a tutorial of NumPy and Matplotlib in upcoming session. So leave it here. I just need to run it. And this is our data frame. Actually, I should give it a name as bf pd dot read underscore csv. It read underscore dot underscore csv means it is actually reading your csv file. Now if I can show you, like, wait a minute, just copy paste this link. Now you can see this is actually a csv file. If you will download this, it will not be showing like that. It will be going to open in like excel, open as excel file. Now let's move forward. Now this you need to press separation is getting done by /t. It is actually basically doing the work of a tab. Like you can see, actually we do have spaces between the features with the slash. Now you can see not a slash, like a spaces like a tab, this tab. So run it. Now you can see we have printed our df, and there is a function like df dot head. Now it just shows you like the first five first five rows of data frame, and actually also there is a function called tail. We can run it. It shows us the tail part of a data frame, and we can also change the number, or if we don't put any number, then it is going to be 5 as a default, 5 rows. And if we want to see like 7 rows from like end of data frame, then you just press shift and enter. And if you want to know about like what data types is are having in our columns, like what are the data type of passenger ID, survive, P class, or name and sex. So you just need to press shift and enter here. And if also you want to change some if you want to change the data type of any column, then you just need to data tf dot data types object, and then data types. Actually I need to remove every data typing. Now you can see, let me insert another cell. Want to see describe df. Now you can see we are having 156 passenger ID, 156 survived cases, and one. So and if we want to know like df is equal to data types, where we will be having like object as a data frame, then it will be going in our like a part. And now you can see we are having df is dot d types, where we will be having data types of as an object. We are going to take it in our like another variable. So we are putting it here, and then df dot d types and dot index will going to show us like data frame which will be having the columns which are having only object as a data type. And if you want to describe about our data frame, we have another function like describe. Just press shift and enter, and then you can see like there are having 5 columns, which is of name, that is an object, sex, that is an also object, ticket, cabin, or embarked, and these all are the objects. So we are making another table. And again, if you want to describe your whole data frame, then it is really easy, put your data frame and then dot and describe. And now you can see it gives you a short description about the data frame. And it is this, passenger ID. We are having 156 passenger IDs are there, and survive 156. So, and we are also having like passenger ID, what is the mean passenger ID of a column. This is the mean of your column, so that is 78.50, and that is, so it will be really helpful to analyze your data. And another thing, it is actually also going to do the same thing which we have already done in previous cell, that is like here, to differentiate among the data types, and we are actually having the all the data types who have object as an data type. So these are the indexes of the columns which are having object as a data type. Same thing we are going to do. Same thing, we have actually done these things already. Okay, so there are a lot of ways to do same, like similar one thing. So and pandas is really powerful for these analyzing things, and it has so many different method to do like some analyzing features. And that's actually how we have already done this thing. So another function is this. Now actually let's delete this one. Df. Now it is going to print our only these three columns or in our that are present in our like data frame. So let's move forward. Uh, Now we have another function which is sorted, which is also in our pandas library. And now you need to like sort, check the first 15 sorted names. It is actually going to uh, print the 15 sorted names with alphabetical in alphabetical order with ascending order, like a u, like that, you can understand it. Okay, now again the same thing, if you want to describe a particular column you need to do this. And it is actually showing you the tickets between 4 and 9, like 4 to 9 and indexes. Okay, same thing here. Mm, like remove this, and what we have in our columns, we can see, just press shift and tab what are the different columns in our data frame. We can see by just pressing df.columns, and there is another function like which I will be covering later. So just press shift and enter. Now you can see there is another column in our data frame which we have all put it right there, like df.j, and you can simply add another column by doing this thing, and move it forward. Now it is actually going to show the cabin numbers of the first 15 tickets. Like this is actually splitting, we have already done in our list class, and you can see my previous videos as well. For that, just it's df.dtypes, we have actually covered this thing, and this is going to print our survived column, and you can see head of the column. These are the same things, just move it forward. Like now this is something new, like we are having new p class is equal to pd dot categorical, and like df p class. Now you can see how many categories of how many categories are there in our p class, like new p class. So it is actually showing us there are only three categories, and that are 1 2 3. This is also a method in our like pandas. And so now we can do that in p class again. I don't know why it got repeated. Now you can check the unique values in a like a column. For that we have another method called unique. So in the next line of code we have import numpy as a np. It is actually we are again calling I can remove this because we have already imported this library. So now let's cover to string. Now this is a function a dot s type, and just put the value in which data type you want to convert your column. So we are converted into convert data into string. We are converting first we need to check in which data type our cabin is. It is actually an object. Now we are converting data to string. So new data cabin 0 for cabin in and cabin. This is really important because when we are actually like taking the first letter of every word in column of cabin, and we are converting into string. So for that new cabin we are making a new column, and we are categorically placing this new cabin in that new categorical method. And then we have like eight categorical method, and this that is abcdefghn. Because I have to show you like how I can see, like we have a cabin do have like n c b and an, and we are actually taking first letter of these whole words. So and it is actually only have eight unique characters in after doing this category using this categorical method. So let's move forward. It's really easy. You can always, you just need to know in your mind like what method we can apply in the in your data frame. And you can always see the documentations how we can use any particular method for our data frame. So where is our documentation of pandas? See, this is the documentation of pandas. You can see there are so many functions like transpose, replace, not null. Like there are so many drop, feature, product, multiply, differences. There are so many features, indexes, columns, d type. These are the things we have actually covered. Info. So and there is another function called is null that checks if we are having any null values in our column. Like now you can see df is dot null. These are showing there are no null values in 0 or index 1 index, but we actually do have like a null value in our 154 index. I can show you like 154. See, we have 154 as an NaN, and we can also see 155. There is 151.0. So Now you can see we have 155 here, so let's move forward. Missing dot np where we can actually see what this np.where does. So np.where actually check if there is age is null. If it is going to be 2, then it will going to so it is actually showing us the the indexes where we are having null values. So as you can guess, like there is 154 and there is true value which is null value, which means it is null. So now you can see these are the values which are having age is null values. So now np.where is actually doing where fair is equal to max, where the in which indexes people in which on which index people are giving more amount of fare, like maximum fare. So let's move forward. It also actually does ilog function also actually does where, but np.where is a method from numpy, and which will I will be covering in my next video, because numpy tutorial of numpy will be my next video. And so actually we need to talk about like pandas. So dot ilog is our pandas function, and we are actually using it with np dot where fair price is maximum. So this is the same function, and but just we are locating our locating this 27 and 28 indexes. So we are here with our 27 and 28 indexes. People who are spending 263 as in fare were the highest, were the maximum number of fare, the maximum number, not maximum amount, who are paying to get the fare tickets. So next we have this is the same function. So length missing dot zero. So now we can see we have missing as this. So 0, we are having like length of missing 0. What we have in the missing, you can check it over here. We have, okay, so we are checking the length of our missing column. So it is like how many missing values missing of how many values are there in our missing variable. So there are actually 30 values in our missing array. So it is actually an array of np, because numpy is an array, and that will I will be covering in my next video. So we have actually done with a lot. So I think I should make this video for I should cover this video in like 2 to 3 videos, and I'm just gonna stop this video right here. So see you guys, we'll see you in the next video. We have covered this topic till here, and after that I will be covering in my next video. See you guys, bye bye, take care.